Yet again, Oscar De La Hoya has recently uncovered Floyd Mayweather's show battles, uncovering that they're undeniably manipulated, and it's simply a cash snatch. Mayweather is no more bizarre to discussion, whether he's tossing punches in the ring or standing out as truly newsworthy beyond it. This was demonstrated when, only days subsequent to going head-to-head against John Gotti in a presentation match, he wound up entangled in a claim at 47. Mayweather keeps on dazzling crowds, causing a commotion among fans and companions. The same, even Oscar De La Hoya couldn't avoid saying something regarding what is going on in the rematch against 31-year-old Gotti. Mayweather showed up ready to brawl with extreme hostility while fans savored the nostalgic energy. The actual session was generally a letdown, overwhelmed by one side. The genuine diversion anyway came when the best at any point almost drove the battle into confusion, contending with the ref during the subsequent round. In the wake of handling a shot to the rear of Gotti's head and getting an admonition, Mayweather had the authority supplanted. The 51-year-old De La Hoya took to Instagram to discuss how Mayweather, at the ref exchange, since he had hindered him. De La Hoya commented that the occasion had been a finished catastrophe, making the group boo in the field. Toward the end, he noticed that Floyd Mayweather was vexed on the grounds that the ref had advised him to quit hitting behind the head, something Mayweather wasn't acquainted with, as he typically had refs who did what he needed. De La Hoya found the circumstance humiliating and recommended that Mayweather, at 50 years of age and a legend in the game, ought to quit embarrassing himself. Previous fighter turned advertiser showed support for his old opponent, featuring his achievements and uncovering how he had protected him on various events, remembering for interviews anyway. Even Oscar De La Hoya perceived that with a 50-0 record, it was the ideal opportunity for Mayweather to meaningfully impact his ways. The California local likewise tended to the new claim against Mayweather, in which he failed to pay almost $4 million for the gems. De La Hoya further remarked that while he comprehended life could be troublesome and costly, he asked Mayweather to focus on his heritage. He communicated worry that nobody liked to recall Mayweather in as such, recognizing the difficulties of bringing in cash and the much more prominent test of keeping it. De La Hoya expressed that he was pulling for Mayweather and urged him to make something happen. In the wake of voicing his interests and offering direction to cash, De La Hoya moved his concentration to his previous protege. Canelo Alvarez had as of late passed on a session with Terence Crawford and selected not to work together with His Excellency Turki Alek on his aggressive endeavor. The brilliant kid focal figure featured how His Excellency Turki Alek was carried out to keeping genuine boxing flourishing and coordinating the best battles. This commitment was unequivocally why Alvarez held scorn for the Saudi consultant. He added, which is the reason Canelo could do without him, since he is requested everyone to like battle, the absolute best. Canelo. De La Hoya indicated, uncovering more insights concerning what is happening in the impending week. Meanwhile, the Mexican hero is planning to go head-to-head against Edgar Berlanga on September 14th at Versatile Field, leaving the progress of the occasion still unsure. Mayweather's underlying conflict with Gotti. The grandson of famous New York kingpin John Gotti turned turbulent in June 2023 as a monstrous fight ejected in the ring, compelling the battle to be stopped in the sixth round. During Saturday night's session in Mexico City, a comparable discussion lingered as Panamanian ref Hector Fu suddenly left the ring in the subsequent round, provoking Mexican authority Alfredo Russa to step in as his substitution. It was accounted for that AFU was rankled by Mayweather's protests after the ref controlled the American's left snare on Gotti as unlawful. At 47, Mayweather kept his strength over Gotti. When the battle continued, Gotti's absence of punches procured liquor from the 220,000 number group in the Mexican capital. Gotti's hostility got in the fourth round, prodded on by the group's alcohol, yet Mayweather seldom seemed bothered and kept up with his predominance all through the battle. Neither one of the contenders' vocation record is impacted by the result, and no authority champ was reported with an ideal 50 battle profession record. Mayweather resigned in 2017. He's actually battling in displays. His past battle was against Logan Paul. Then again, Oscar De La Hoya, as of late, said that he prompted Canelo Alvarez not to confront Floyd Mayweather back in 2013 and conceded the Mexican no longer likes him. The brilliant kid manager considered the current conditions, with Canelo reviewing the second when the multi-weight champion confronted his most memorable loss. Mayweather declared his predominance over Canelo, getting a firmly challenged, larger part choice adjudicator CJ Ross, who scored the session a draw, confronted Huge analysis prior to resigning. In the meantime, partners Dave Moretti and Craig Metcalfe had it 116, 112, and 117, 111 for Mayweather separately. World Boxing News scored each round for Mayweather that evening out of 80. Six media scores, including WBNS. The typical count for the Mayweather versus Canelo battle was 11,919 for Mayweather. De La Hoya, who was Canelo's representative at the time, gave Shannon sharp direction to the maturing hotshot on Club Shay. He said, "I told Canelo, don't battle Floyd in light of the fact that you're too youthful. You have no experience. He's 21 years of age, and he's utilizing his muscles like I can take on Floyd. I'm the absolute most realistic estimation. What you got educated, it wasn't close at all. When gotten some information about the chance of Canelo battling YouTuber Jake Paul, the unbelievable D." La Hoya commented that his previous protege no longer harbors any fondness for his old guy. He said, "I can get it going, yet Canelo loathes the shot of me. It would be truckload of cash. Yet it's anything but an inheritance. I don't think Canelo has anything to demonstrate. I think Canelo is clearly now battling for the cash, which I don't fault him however long he battles. Yet, for example, not take Bennett's, which the world is encouraging him to. It's terrible for his standing and for his inheritance. For not taking that excellent warrior in his vocation. Benavides has moved his concentration from Canelo and is presently looking at the champ of the October 12th standoff between Beterbiev and Dimitri Bivol. Anyway, the way may not be obvious for the Mexican beast. Canelo is likewise plotting for a rematch with Bivol, should the stepping stool accomplish a comparative triumph over Bivol beforehand. Oscar De La Hoya emphatically stated that the amazing Floyd Mayweather attempted to bait Ryan Garcia away from him. He then strikingly proclaimed that Garcia stays faithful to him and brilliant kid advancements. The associations with the 50 multi-weight champion arose when 25-year-old Garcia was seen preparing with him during early runs. This followed Garcia's public reactions to De La Hoya and his advancement organization in the lead-up to his battle with Oscar. De La Hoya added, "Perhaps he's sneaking in some business. Hello, come sign with me." Or one or the other. Ryan's a steadfast person. He'll let me know if he has any desire to leave me or he needs to remain with me. In addition to we have an agreement. Garcia is, as of now, under a year's suspension from Proficient Boxing after various good tests for Osterine preceding his battle with Devin Haney. And he additionally neglected to meet the greatest weight limit for the session. He has been removed from the WBC following a live stream where he coordinated bigoted comments at both the Islamic People Group and Dark People. This contention denotes a harsh period for him, which has been intensified by his most memorable profession bout against Devon Davis in 2023. The contention between De La Hoya and Mayweather stands apart as a characterizing section in contemporary boxing encapsulated by their exceptionally unexpected 2007 confrontation. This conflict of De La Hoya, a 10-time title holder across 6 weight divisions, and the undefeated Mayweather caught the creative mind of the games world. Named The World anticipates the battle occurred at the MGM Fantastic in Las Vegas. It was quite possibly of the most enthusiastically expected matchup in history, drawing a pressed group at the setting and catching the consideration of millions on pay-per-view. The result was chosen when Mayweather arose successful by split choice. After 12 extraordinary rounds, he got the WBC super welterweight title, having outsmarted De La Hoya's constant hostility with his marvelous counterpunching and protective abilities. 2 adjudicators granted the battle to Mayweather, while 1 appointed authority gave the edge to De La Hoya, denoting an emblematic change between boxing times, as De La Hoya resigned about a year after the fact in 2008. Here's the contort: in a standoff between 2 of the best, only one can guarantee the success. The 2 contenders left everything in the not entirely set in stone to have their arm lifted and win after the last chime. Anyway, on that portentous night, nice guy Floyd Mayweather eclipsed De La Hoya, getting triumph by split choice in spite of the fact that De La Hoya felt he had won. He has, as of late, confessed to the essential blunder that at last prompted his loss. On a new episode of the Club Shade digital broadcast, resigned NFL tight end Shannon Sharpe evaluated Oscar De La Hoya, digging into his viewpoints on their 2007 session against Nice Guy. Notwithstanding De La Hoya's notable candor, he shared his appearance on the battle, especially his emote, quickly following the last ringer. When you are a warrior inside the ring and you hear the last chime rings, you know it in your heart, in your stomach, and truly on the off chance that you won or you lost, you simply feel it's a sensation, De La Hoya said, remembering his sentiments on the pivotal night. He further added that it didn't make any difference whether he was correct or wrong, since I just felt it's worth focusing on that during this time, Floyd Mayweather had recently entered his great days while De La Hoya was barely hanging on of his vocation. As a matter of fact, De La Hoya would proceed to resign from the game 2 battles after his encounter with Floyd Mayweather Jr. Glancing back at it, De La Hoya asserted, "I battled against the best, Floyd Mayweather, thriving, undefeated, so I was really glad for what I achieved that evening anyway." That doesn't mean Oscar De La Hoya committed no errors that evening, botches that lost him the battle, regardless of whether it was by a nearby edge. You begin thinking, okay, on the off chance that I voyage here, land a couple of punches, I have the main half won as of now, so on the off chance that I might only another round, I at any point can win the battle 7-5, perhaps a draw. De La Hoya made sense of his system while inside the ring with Floyd. He recognized this kind of procedure can rapidly demonstrate inadequate, which Oscar at long last conceded. After over multi-decade expressing clearly that evening it was a serious mix-up, Floyd's expert boxing profession finished up with a flawless record, establishing his status as one of the richest competitors universally. Yet, Oscar De La Hoya accepts there is one warrior who has the stuff to overcome Floyd. In the October 2018 release of The Ring magazine, Oscar De La Hoya named the one warrior he thinks might have overturned Floyd Mayweather Jr. Thinking back on his distinguished lifetime, De La Hoya distinguished Manny Pacquiao as the bottom fighter with the possibility to best Mayweather. He featured Pacquiao's assurance, molding expertise, influence, and footwork as the key credits that would have made him considerable rival for Mayweather. De La Hoya, who has faced the two contenders in his vocation, featured Pacquiao's determined style and flexibility in the ring as key factors that would give him the benefit over Mayweather. This recognition highlights the profound regard he has for the Filipino boxing symbol's abilities. By this stage, the exceptionally expected conflict between Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao had proactively occurred in an exhilarating exhibition held in Las Vegas. Mayweather won over P-Man with a consistent choice, further hardening his status as quite possibly of the best warrior ever. Notwithstanding, De La Hoya added, Mayweather-Paco would have been completely different if they'd battled in their primes. Paco could have thumped Mayweather simple. Totally, despite the fact that their session finished up 17 or so quite a while back. Oscar De La Hoya seems to in any case review Floyd Mayweather's battle decently plainly during the pinnacle of his profession. Floyd Mayweather was praised for his unmatched readiness and cautious abilities in the ring, dissimilar to a significant number of his companions. He supported negligible harm.